And with a Nazir, you definitely can do that from range, which feels pretty good. As the Gnar is going to be
a lot of pressure
picked up here by Bertle. And yeah, this is a bit of a classic top lane, one that we don't really need to talk about too much.
A lot of pressure on Bertle with this pick.
Yep, this is very interesting drafts. Let's get onto the Rift and see how it goes. Kyle going to Hawkshot. Peanut, perfect timing there on that one.
This is another reason why this lane is so oppressive, is you can just always know where the jungler is or isn't, right? With this Ashe, if you know, if you find the jungler, that's amazing. If you don't find it, you know the jungler is not at a specific place, so you feel pretty good about that. You feel like...
It's a happy penguin from Peanut. Is Delight gonna have to be healed? He flashes away. Envy's gonna pick up first blood, and Gen G already on the back foot. Yeah. Well, Kyle gonna come on over and help Envy secure this plate. Hayes getting taken down to 50%. As an arrow is just going to soar in there and collect a cleanse.
Willer's coming down now too.
That is some cleanse timing.
He's up here. There's just no angle.
Oh, okay, here we go. Envy gonna get caught out, trying to get the damage down onto Delight. The bullets are going to land as he gets into the brush, and the last one misses.
Yeah, I mean, not perfect. Like if we're talking about like insane accuracies. Oh, under turret!
Okay, yeah, Emperor's Divide going to come through. The arrow was soaring by as well, as there's Chovy's version of the ult, but the permafrost is there and Chovy's just dead. Closer locks down that kill.
Atlas week of upsets continues maybe here in the LCK.
0-6? Definitely not counting their chickens just yet though, as you could hear as Delight going to get caught out. Okay, maybe it's time to start counting, as Nature's Grasp is going to come through. Pace fighting against Envy, but losing that battle. Chovy comes down though, and Willa will be taken down. Closer is coming, and Gen G will need to be very careful. This is not a battle that they can fight, as a Nature's Grasp is picked up via the hijack.
Yeah, so it's a trade of kills here, and Chovy picking up one is very nice, but it's also Avaris picking up a kill, and Pays, can he stay under turret? That's huge if he can.
All right, well, Chovy is just going to keep some vision here, as Envy's going to walk it on out, as Kyle going to get missed by the last one, but I think the Sand Soldiers and the Deadly Flourish are going to be enough to pick that one up. Peanut, happy birthday, mate. Grabs his first kill of the game. Yeah, Doran's in a bit of trouble. Oh no, is this handbag Renekton?
Might be. He's got Narbar.
That is a flash. The crush is going to come in, but it gets flashed. Doran is going to find the slice and the dice. He wants the fight, but I don't know whether he really should, as the wallop is going to miss as well. My God!
Bertle has PTSD from the last time he tried to kill a Renekton under turret, and he is going to walk away. You guys have been watching that in the Mad movie. Any hardcore LCK fans who watch the Mad movie when it plays every other match?
That's against the Lord, okay? That is a different moment.
Yeah.
Peanut is not so accelerated. Shirley is going to pop out, as Peanut's going to flash the wall, but that is another snare to come in. Chovy looks for it. There's the Emperor's Divide. Closer getting taken down low. Chovy's the first to die though. And Gen G, they don't have enough damage. They don't have enough people. There's no chance. And Peanut goes down. That is not the fight you wanted to take. Well, Shirley is going to be the focus here for Gen G. We're going to start this one off. Willa, let's see how that smite button's going, as a couple of turrets are going to dissuade him from getting on in here. There's a Deadly Flourish as well. The CC is certainly a big deal, as it's secured by Peanut. Doran going to come in as well, as the Nature's Grasp is now done with. We'll see what this Silas can get done as he misses the chains. There's a double Gnar though, and first the Renekton is going to go down. The bullets are raining as a Deadly Flourish will connect, but there's no follow-up. Delight's going to go far too far forward, and the Silas picks up a double kill. And Gen G, I feel like this comp just doesn't have enough damage right now to follow up on all the CC options. Yeah. Well, there's a Chains of Corruption. Nature's Grasp is flying across both sides of the rift. It connects with Peanut. He is going to survive for the moment, but I don't think Doran is going to be so lucky. He gets healed, though, by the rest of his team. But Willa, he's in from the flank. The flash comes out from Doran here.
Chovy doing
Peanut's
so
still
much.
going home. Yeah, Chovy does a lot of work. But Gen G still have to back away.
Yeah, they have to back away. Now, luckily, those two members of Gen G survive, Peanut and Doran.
Oh, okay. Chains are going to connect here onto Delight, who has to flash.
So Gen G barely escaped disaster.
Oh, dear.
Turn.
Well, Delight could be in trouble. Peanut's going to come on over. The arrow is going to miss, however, and there's the Deadly Flourish. And now I think they're starting to have the damage built up for themselves. FaZe locks down that kill after the flash. Everybody else is doing fantastically well on Liv Sandbox's side. And Arrow's going to connect. All right, Peanut may not be in the lead for much longer as Twisted Advance to the side's going to get him out. Deadly Flourish misses.
Your tools and your engage. We have a ton of damage. A bit ambitious, I think, to hope for that flank angle.
Well, that's a big old bouncy grenade. FaZe is very lucky to be able to walk out of the way of it as Deadly Flourish comes in. The double stun as Doran gets there as well, but it's just one extra auto. As the arrow is going to connect onto FaZe. He immediately uses the cleanse as Closer on the flank. Can Gen.G find a fight before he gets here though? And the answer is no, as FaZe going to flash to get out of the way of the chains. The Emperor's Divide going to be picked up. The Gnar is not massive, but the Emperor's Divide is! And Closer will tear them all up! He's going to bounce on top of the Renekton, goes golden beautifully, and Chovy is still alive. Can he get it done? Another Emperor's Divide! This time on the Gen.G side as he flashes out of the way of Envy, but Envy's going to have a flash of his own, and that is the ace for Liv Sandbox.
They're setting up for it.
Yeah, cool kids definitely don't panic. That was very cute, the Twisted Advance to avoid getting stunned by the arrow. Kyle is going to have that one back off cooldown in about 20 seconds, and he'll just throw another one. So you don't have to worry about that. 3-0-6 here for Envy.
Void
on this Varus is doing a lot of work.
Void Staff for Closer too.
Well, Peanut's going to do the same thing again. Twisted Advance Bramble Smash. Pretty good for disengage.
Even this late into the game. Gotta be respectful of it.
Another arrow going to come through. Wallop is going to connect onto Doran though, as there is a double Gnar into the wall. Peanut the target as Nature's Grasp comes down. I don't know whether they should be focusing the Maokai as Doran jumps over. They clear out the Gnar and Closer. He hits the epic as Chovy goes golden. Now Delight is trying to fight him. He's trying to be the hero as the Silas is not going to fall yet. The Emperor's Divide pushes him under another turret. What do you need to do to kill this man? It's insane. In the meantime, FaZe is dead. It's a double kill as the arrow is going to pierce right through the knee of the Heimerdinger to FaZe. And if he wasn't there hitting those arrows, then it's 5 and there's another one. 6-0-6. I mean, Varus is huge.
The guy is primed for saving this game, as there have been some shaky engages from Birdall. Not everyone's been on the same page in terms of target selection, but there's no jungler for Gen.G now for this Baron.
Well, there is a teleport, there is a dream, but I don't know how much hope there is as there are bullets flying towards Willa now. This Baron is still very healthy, but Doran, not so much. He's going to slice, dice, flash, try and get out, but the Gnar is going to stop him, and Kyle will lock down the kill. Now Closer's going to get Deadly Flourish. That's a lot of rockets in the shape of bees going into his back.
This Baron is still very healthy. I think Gen.G absolutely can contest with this. Leandri's on Chovy. Baron. Or turn on Baron faster, but they kind of did neither. Is okay.
Well, here is the fight onto Closer as the Jhin almost just dies from being close to him. I think that's what happened. The arrow is going to be flashed as there's another big Gnar. Chovy's taken down the Ashe though, and there's the flash out from Willa. Closer, Deadly Flourish misses. Liv Sandbox relatively low, and look at this. The Pigeon is coming in. Can he shift Sand enough in order to get over here and stop this? Conquering Sands comes in. There is Closer with the Zhonyas, and Chovy gonna have to do the same thing. Now in an awkward position, Doran is the one that picks up on it. Chovy, he goes down. Envy's going to get, oh, he flashes, and he gets out. Oh my goodness, this Varus is just insane right now, but Gen.G are still alive.
Gen.G's still alive?
Yeah, no, I think that's a tattoo that I'm going to get later. As Closer might be in trouble, he is going to... okay, that's a lot of dividing by the Emperors being done here as Chovy is going to get a very high value Zhonya's, avoids a lot of Freljordian ultimates. And Willa going to be put at a safe distance, but now Envy's moving in. He's got the Chains of Corruption, they miss. So never mind, we got back away. And there's the Deadly Flourish. Will we see the follow-up? The answer is yes, finally! They managed to kill the Varus, but is that going to be enough? Because that's a lot expended now on both sides. But Doran, is it the Crocodile's time to shine? Kyle going to get taken down. Gen.G come alive, and it's just in time for Baron.
It seems like every single team fight that Liv Sandbox loses, it's by tunneling on one specific zone where all of that AoE damage, all of the Leandri's damage comes through, as this could be a disaster for Birdall. So much damage here with the TP coming through.
Is Willa alive?
We'll find out.
Well, Closer is alive as well. This is such a scary moment. Gen.G, please turn, for goodness sake. There it is. They pick up the Sejuani and take her down. Willa cannot smite from the grave. It's the hard counter to the Liv Sandbox playstyle as they just do a bit of a drive-by, check it out, see the Baron going down. Could potentially be 7 if the game does go longer, but I think you might be right, Wolf, as Willet is going to start it up. He backs away immediately. The rest of the team not into it. As, oh my god, the Chains of Corruption, the piercing arrow. Chovy has to get out. Nature's Grasp flying through on the opposite side, and Chovy, he can't fight. He's still going to try to, but Closer will find him. And I think Closer will say goodnight to the game. It's a triple kill for the Silas. It is game over for Gen G. And we are just living in Live Sandbox land, I guess.
We are, and you know, I said they're second lowest combined champion kills right now. Well, let's add 35 in this game to where we're at. I think the stats are changing after this one. A 35-minute game, 35 kills.
Well, is it over yet? There's a never mind. There isn't a Renekton. Live Sandbox will close in. The double dabs to come through here from Live Sandbox as they trample Gen G in game number 1 in the very end. Gave them a Baron to let them feel like they're having a good time. If he doesn't get it for this one, I'll be really, really sad. Look at that blip. A little bit of a blip there, but Live Sandbox brought it back in the end. Not a lot of MR being built up as the Twitch support.
I think Kallista's a better choice.
There are so many picks that Kyle could do.
Karma also makes a lot of sense, but they'll lock in Kallista, and this is going to be a duo that is very difficult to deal with here for the Sivir because you can't spell shield a large majority of this damage that's coming through.
It'll have to work out. We'll see whether it does as we hop onto the Rift for game 2. As we're going to see, Gen G, if you miss the volley, then you don't necessarily get to play the game.
Yeah, level 1, it's on such a long cooldown. Very frustrating if you miss that.
Well, they're going to try and go for it. Another very early heal here is Envy going down low. But with all these sticks, you're going to have to back away. Pays to see whether there are any junglers lurking in the shadows.
There is.
Jungle's going to go down, and yeah, Gen G, they've got one. As losing out on the trade here towards this bottom side, Pays spell shields the air as Delight's the one that's going to be the priority target. But now let's see. Nope, not going to be able to make our way in. So Peanut backs away.
The Ignite is back up for Kyle, so Peanut's just like, we don't have exhaust, let's not commit to this. This could backfire as Myrtle.
That hurt. Yeah, we'll see where the Chains of Corruption will come through, and yeah, there it is. Delight gonna have to walk it out though, as Peanut Vault Breakers to get himself back over to the rest of his team. Hawkshot to spot out what's going on. As Closer makes his way down, and yeah, just barely as well, as Peanut's gonna go for it anyway. The needlework being thrown through. There it is, cease and desist to come down. Envy's gonna go, and Closer teleports in. The Gwen is indeed immune, as we were talking about. Flash out from Peanut though, and there's the flash forward from Kyle. They can slow him with the rend, and Closer should be able to find another set of arrows. There it is, it's gonna be collected by Doran, but it doesn't actually matter. Peanut still goes down, and Doran takes a lot of damage. Yeah, and I think they might just give it, because Bertle doesn't have his teleport available, and as you can see, they just scatter. They get themselves out of the way. Gen G get into position. Let's see whether Willa can go for another steal as Doran. He's in his mist, so he's absolutely fine. Envy has to deal with a Gwen now, as the Fate Skull has to be invested.
The Gwen, these 3 late game win conditions, the silencing power they have, start to feel very scary.
Well, Bertle going to try and do the Cassante things as the needlework is coming in. Teleport to come forward as well, though, as Closer makes it an unfair fight. That is going to secure him a kill as an arrow connects in the mid lane. And here's the pick potential on the Gen G side.
Lead and the snowball is really just kind of fallen by the wayside here. This is a pretty nice play from Birdall to set up, and then you have the pullback into the teleport. This is clean. But unfortunately, the resources committed to this are so high, and because you don't even get the turret here, the result is very middling. Meanwhile, over here, you have Ash Arrow engage. This is why this champion is so incredibly broken. Followed up by ult, and Chovy is pushing a bottom turret. So much of a trade-up here for Gen G.
And
I wish I was a cool kid.
Yeah, I think it's just because I'm an old man, as Gen G is going to catch Bertle out. They might get their wish here, but he does unstoppable a lot of it. Oh, the ult doesn't quite get through, and so he is not going to Cassante his way out of this one. Towards earlier on when they lost both of those inner turrets is Doran. Let's see how immune he could be as he goes into the Glacial Prison, and in melee range, he does certainly struggle. Running pretty quickly, though, with that Ghost now activated as Peanut looking to try and turn this, but Vault Breaker going to just be used for the minion wave. Gets himself out of the way. Truly.
I wish they would click on Closer. Okay, now we can see he's 2 levels up.
Well, the arrow is going to come through as Emperor's Divide comes down, but he's kept in position. Goes golden, though, and he can tank for about 1,600 years, everyone. This is Silas. And there it is, 1,600 years. Wasn't as long as I kind of thought, but guess time is a bit of a relative thing as Chovy finds no one with his Emperor's Pride. Kyle's over the wall. That was awesome. You know, Envy doesn't have a very easy place to go, but instead holds off on the flash, thinks that he can collect Willa alongside it. Just a little bit miscalculated as an arrow's going to connect onto Willa here, and Doran's going to lock down that kill. Now Gen G with the man advantage and no Willa means no possible contest on this dragon.
A lot of CC used here, but they still have their critical ultimates on the hunt. The needlework. They have Chovy's Emperor's Divide.
Closer able to just wander his way in, and he just needs to be so respected in this game. He is so scary as there's his version of the cease and desist as they look to lock down Peanut. He goes golden as well as the Varus locks up that kill. Pays trying to get the work done as Doran, massive damage. Will is straight back to the death chamber once again. Grayscale mode activated here for both junglers. We have Liv Sandbox with a slight deficit, looking to try and extend it a little bit here, as Peanut getting taken down low. Another cease and desist, the chains are going to land, but the arrow is so good at denying the fall-off as now Doran dives on forward. The needlework is good, but he hasn't got any of the big kills just yet, and now cease and desist coming down, and the Gwen not as immune as he wants to be, but it's the Sivir damage that needs to be respected. The massive knock-up going, Envy! I don't know whether you wanted that one, buddy, as Silas goes in deep, grabs the support, and Willa is going to burn to death from the Leandries. Gen G, they managed to get the wipe on everyone but Kyle. Yeah. Is it even technically an edge?
If you tried to sit on it, you could go one way or the other very easily.
Is it just a really small shelf? As now Pays throws the on the hunt. Peanut goes golden. We'll see whether they can lock him down. Good chains are going to come in. There's the cease and desist. The Vi trying to get out. It's going to be difficult, but he is going to make... No, never mind, Bertle manages to lock him down. The Gwen grabs the kill, and the rest of Liv Sandbox are left limping. Gen G, I think, have created the lead that they need to close this game out.
Chovy has Leandries, and they could push this with Sivir so easily to take out the inhibitor at minimum here, and then, I mean, if Liv Sandbox make a mistake here, maybe they actually end the game. Doran coming over here should be pushing the second inhib. Clean macro setup here.
Well, arrow will connect onto Willa. Nicely done, Doran. Half health, does need to be a little bit careful, but they grab two inhibitors. And, okay, Pays kind of left to the wolves a little bit. Doran's like, nah, buddy, sorry, you are... Okay, well, he's going to at least try to escape. Never mind, he's fine. He's fine, totally fine. Had spell shield, had flash.
Like, if there's one bad angle and Liv Sandbox get a wipe, this game is theirs again.
Oh, absolutely.
So you got to be super patient as Gen G are.
Well, they're going to dive on forward. We'll see whether Doran can survive this. The answer is kind of yes, but Vi is already dead. Doran goes into his Zhonya's, but can he get to safety? Yes, he can. Of course he can. He's wet.
Of course he can, you say? Yeah. Because he gets away with like 5% health.
That's what he's been doing all day, Wolf.
I know. And Liv Sandbox just barely survive. You're staving off the pressure.
Gen G looking for a flank angle. Envy gonna get sniped. The Fate's Call is not off cooldown, so he's gonna get taken. Peanut is gonna lock up the kill, and now Willa is the next target. The perfect option as Peanut, he found his window and he immediately dove through. A double kill for Pays. This should be the ace. Closer is gonna try as he might to get this one working for them. Emperor's Divide comes in, and yes, the Ashe dies, but that's the end of the game. Gen G bring us to 1-1.
You know, these two teams said, wouldn't it be interesting if we let Ashe through the draft? It's been a little while in the LCK since we let Ashe through the draft. You know, people haven't seen that Arrow gameplay in a few days. Here in week 3, we're a little Ashe starved. Let's just let that one through and trade wins here. We're 1-1.
I'm worried about Gwen. Who left Gwen through the draft, man? I feel like I'm back in last year or something like that. In the end, Gen G were able to find that avenue in, and like you say, the Gwen value in these teamfights, it worked exceptionally well.
Yeah, we never got to see that soul for Bertle here on the top side of the map and just say, all right, it's one of the safest blinds.
Oh,
this is an old school counter. We've seen it discussed a lot recently.
Yeah.
And a lot in the LCK.
Oh, it's locked in!
All right, this is the Rise answer here from Closer.
The classic.
There's the karma that could have been banned that you mentioned.
Please, just do it, Bertle. Oh my god, imagine that.
This would be wild.
It's like the champion that had Hyper before Hyper even existed.
I mean, Bertle is
called Silver Bolts.
He's feeling himself tonight. But the Aurelia, let's wait and see where the swaps go. I do think this will be Cassiopeia picked for Rise in the mid lane, and it will go top. Bertle, like Closer, two peas in a pod and that they were very famous for their Aurelia.
Exactly, yeah, both of them. Could go wrong here, but we'll see whether Gen G can handle it as we hop onto the rift. Like it. Lava managed to take down BDD's Cassiopeia last time this was attempted.
I remember that game. It was not good.
Yeah.
It was cool until it wasn't. Her ultimate is very strong in team fights, especially when you have things like the Gnar and Vi.
Well, now Twin Fangs are going to come through as Closer is able to get a lot of damage back. Nice little grounding here as he does manage to land the Noxious Blast.
Yes.
I have to remember all of those abilities. Man, it's been a long time since I've casted Cassiopeia games. Peanut fighting the Wolves, but I believe there is a Wukong in the area, and yeah, going to get a bit of damage. The flash has to be used.
So, okay.
Oh, yeah, another attempt here towards this bottom side as Pace tries to get the damage back, but isn't quite able to. There's now Chovy moving over, and Willa and Closer just going to secure this dragon. So, once again, Liv Sandbox grabbing the first Drake. Next one going to be a Cloud, so no Cloud, so I'll be a bit sad. That's fine, as Doran. Oh, dear. Vanguard's Edge coming in, and there's the Blade Surge. Finds it with the W, and Bertle grabs the solo kill first blood for Liv Sandbox.
Oh, Bertle, another solo kill here on another game of Aurelia. He's been gifted by his squad, his coaching staff. For you trust in him?
A little bit of CS with the edge of his boomerang, and he's caught now once again. Bertle. Oh man, another kill here, and this lane is just 100% donezo. It is just over. Bertle is going to find it. Oh. Petrifying Gaze is going to connect there in the mid lane. Decent Rune Prison to come down as Willa looks for it, but that's optimistic to say the least.
And they're going to leave Ashe bottom side here, Liv Sandbox.
All right, well, we're going to go for the engage as Closer. Yeah, the Miasma not really doing too much this time, and Pace is going to lock down that kill. Cassiopeia didn't work out in that particular moment. Now Gen G are the team that do have control of that Herald.
Can hide where he is, though, if he gets this back off. Looks like he was delayed.
Oh, Peanut will be caught out. There's the Cyclone once again, right off cooldown. Willa's going to be able to find it here as he gets over, flashes on top of Peanut, and it's a solo kill in the end. Delight has to flash as well, and Liv Sandbox, you have earned this dragon.
In the previous game.
Yep, Doran spots the fact that that ward is in the brush. We'll see whether some clever alcoving can come through as Gen G do avoid it. There's the flash as Doran looks for the wallop. Does now have the ultimate available and gets it, but it doesn't really do too much. Still, it's going to work out as Pace stands his ground. Closer moving up towards the top side as Peanut has to flash as he's scared of the Heimerdinger.
So we can't actually get up there and help out despite Willa's great play.
Arrow. Cool. We are going to have a look towards the bottom side as Envy is punished for throwing arrows at Chovy. You're not allowed to do that, apparently. Doran is going to come after you, and he does do so. So that's a solo kill in the end. Worked out extraordinarily well. As we have a look at it one more time, it looked like Doran was looking for the Gnar play, but he had a couple of seconds left on the ulti.
By the way, Chovy realm warped on top of the Cassiopeia to stop the teleport. Incredible play.
Man.
He sees it, and he knows exactly where Cassiopeia is standing. Watch this. Oh my god, Chovy the god.
As soon as the teleport happened, as soon as the teleport started being channeled, he's like, I got this, I got this, I got this. That was great. As Doran also being a bit sneaky, lands the first boomerang to kill Envy.
Yeah, got caught trying to arrow Chovy, just out too far in the lane. Good punish here from Doran.
Yeah.
This game is completely in Gen G's hands right now. The ball is in their court. Very delayed rod here for Chovy this game, so advantage goes to Closer in that regard at the moment.
Yep.
As we are going to see this Herald taken. Bertle trying to get these surges online. This could be a huge opportunity for the Aurelia flank.
Well, the arrow is just going to part the sea as, okay. And that is just a lot of damage. W-empowered Q, that's going to do it after the Chains of Corruption landed, and another piercing arrow as well. Pace! Oh, man.
Drake.
First one as well.
Yeah.
It's the most meaningless.
It is the most meaningless, as Closer is going to grab this whole turret uncontested for free. And yes, Bertle is catching minions down here on this turret, but he should be able to defend this no problem. Look at the rotation over from Willer.
Yep, teleport immediately as well after that turret fell down as the arrow is going to connect, and that's a very dead Doran.
Macro error here from Gen G. You've got to respect the arrow that can come in from so far away in a situation like this. It's just heading back to the top side of the map. Baron is the really interesting conversation in these drafts because that's where the fireworks are really going to be. As one more time.
Another one, and this time it's going to connect on to Peanut.
No respect.
As cease and desist comes in, but Bertle's still going to be able to grab that kill. That is real comfy. And Gen.G going to have to back away yet again. Liv Sandbox wrestling back control.
Gen.G, you won the last game with an Ashe arrow. Okay, many Ashe arrows.
Yeah.
And then you just had this mistake a moment ago. Here we go, TP fight.
Yeah, how does Willa get himself out of this one is the question, as Jovi's going to come on over, and the answer is he doesn't. He just gets shot, as the poke is reigning true. And Pace getting a lot of damage across the Liv Sandbox roster as Arrow's going to connect. They're going to blow up the Gnar as best they can. He's very tanky, though, as he now looks to walk his way out. The Petrifying Gaze, not as scary as the name might suggest. As it turns out, as Envy, not going to get taken down by that arrow.
Bertol still has ultimate here, not actually going to utilize it in this fight that just got zoned out. They're going to back off here and return.
Focusing on trying to kill Pays is definitely going to be a good option, as, all right, Realm Warp going to deliver everyone. Petrifying Gaze comes in, but I think it was Closer that was scared, as the whole crew turns up.
Yeah, just a slow rotation over from everybody. Bertol had TP, he's going to use it. Going into this fight, Willer has ult and flash. Bertle's going to try to slow this down by taking a turret.
Well, cease and desist comes in. Bertle going to fight Peanut here, and the rest of the squad aren't quite grouped up in time. Peanut punches a minion. Vanguard's Edge just to buy time. But there it is. Bertle's going to try and turn it on to Pays. That's a lot of money. But he gets stunned up and he will be taken down. That is 6-0-0 now for this Varus. Man, Liv Sandbox really are the real deal. But they're going to have to show it in this late game as we cruise towards it. 30 minutes, very close on the clock, as this gold lead has not shifted in a very long time. It's Doran, the arrow, not going to connect. Ooh.
Man, these arrows just seem a little bit thinner than normal for Envy this game.
I think Doran might also be a cool kid, because he did not panic there either. Kyle, maybe he should have though, because Pace does so much damage. Mega Gnar going to come in, and Liv Sandbox, they have to vacate the area. In the meantime, Peanut's just doing the Drake. That is sole point now. I guess that's the 5-head play.
We need, like, Liv Sandbox needs to get a big ult combo here. This just isn't going to work.
Oh, Wallop, Gnar into the wall. Closer taking a lot of damage. Petrifying Gaze going to try and take down Doran. He's very low. He tries to take the Realm Warp out, and he escapes. Now Pays off to the side, but he presents a huge target. But maybe he's exactly the target that Gen.G wants, distracting the rest of Liv Sandbox. There's the Prowler's Claw we were looking for, and the triple kill for Gen.G. As they will now be able to break open the base, and this may have just been the back-breaking moment for Liv Sandbox.
It is. Liv Sandbox really want that fight. Peanut really wants to get out of that turret range.
Not a lot of minions just yet.
Yeah, I think if he dies there even, I don't think he cares that much. They don't even have Baron buff, and they're pushing to end. Death timer's here at 32 minutes, super long. Gen.G with a valiant attempt in this series to close out a game without any disasters, and I think we could say this game went pretty well of the three.
It absolutely did. Another kill, 10-0-2 for Pays on this Varus. Are we going to get 2 Varus POGs in this series? What a...
I gotta say, this series really delivered, Atlas.
Yeah?
When I saw what Week 3 looked like in Week 1,
Thank you very much, guys. We're here joined by Doran and Pace from Gen.G for the POG interview. Congratulations, guys. Thank you. With this win, Gen.G is now the sole leader of the LCK right now. You guys have the sole possession. And Pace, you are also the POG leader in the LCK, tied with Closer. I mean, we did win, but our performance was really bad, so it doesn't really feel that good. What about you, Doran? Yeah, me too. I mean, we got the 5 straight wins, and we are the leader on the LCK standings, so it feels good. Pace, we had the most kills in the spring split in game number 1. It was a very close game. How was playing up against Liv Sandbox? Starting from the laning phase, it was really tough. So I think we have to prepare better for the early game. And Doran. We hadn't seen Gwen for a while, but it was definitely a Gwen carry game up against Xante. Tell us about that Gwen pick. I kind of figured this is like the perfect angle for Gwen to pop off, and I had some good result on Gwen up against Casante, so we wanted to try this in the LCK as well. And we had Cassiopeia locked in by Closer for the first time this season. Did you expect this to happen? Not really. And also in Game 3, we had Nar Irelia matchup. And Nar was not having a good time early on based on the champion matchup. So what was your kind of strategy to deal with Irelia? So Irelia has to do something more than going 50-50. So I kept in mind, let's just not get solo killed. And then I got solo killed. So it was heartbreaking, but we still had to win the game. So I tried to move on and focus on what I have to do next. And that was the way Genji was able to secure this win. I want to ask you about the Prowler's Claw on Varus Pace. I was like super fed so early on, and they had Irelia like super dive comp, so I wanted to kind of counter their dive actions. And Peanut, it's his birthday today. And I think this win would be the perfect gift for him. Any birthday wish over to Peanut? Yeah, today's his birthday. Sorry, I stole your POG. But if not, we would have lost. So I'm glad that we got the win in the end. And congratulations, happy birthday. What about you, Pace? Anything add on to that? Happy birthday, Peanut. I know you were having a hard time because of me today, but I will do better next time. And Score, prior to this Sleep Sandbox series, did an interview. I'm gonna stomp on Ryu. We had some interesting storyline between the head coaches as well. So any words over to Score? After the draft, we saw like Score and Ryu walking out the stage, and I was like, yeah, we have to win for Score. And congratulations. And Genji's next opponent is Nongshim Red Force. I guess you guys definitely want to keep your standings on top of the LCK, right? Yeah, we are having a great momentum right now, so we want to keep this going, and we want to come back even stronger in order to get another win in the next match. And Pace, Nongshim, they are the players that we competed each other in Challengers Korea, so I'm so excited to play up against them. And this will be the end of the interview from Doran Pace from Genji, and back to Valdez and Chronicler. Thank you.